Hello, this is an important case that came down recently regarding contractor liability for subcontractors who are hurt on the job. As you might imagine, this kind of a case comes up quite a bit, and the facts in this case are like, you're going to say this is impossible that this happened, but it did. I want to tell you the bottom line holding of the case, though, and then tell you why the court came down this way. The holding of the case, the conclusion of the case, is that the general contractor is not liable for injuries of the subcontractor hurt on the job. And in this case, there was a general contractor, then a sub, then another sub below that, right? So you've got multiple layers of employees. So the bottom line holding, no liability, but it's only because of the unique facts, or maybe not unique facts, but the particular language of the contracts involved. And what the Court of Appeals did is that it decided that, all these different arguments about different provisions in the contracts and in the subcontracts indicating who's liable for what, there was, kind of a mishmash of it. And the Court of Appeals says, we're not going to try to pick apart from here and here and here and here and mesh them together and say, now you're liable, general contractor. We're not going to do that. It has to be clear. Who's liable has to be very clear in the contracts and very specific. So the court decided no liability because of the written language. Bottom line, be careful with your language in these contracts, even though you think that they're forms and templates. It's very, very serious because the injuries here were quite serious. And I got to tell you the facts. I'm smiling because it's like a cartoon. You see this, that you're going to see this, you're going to have a picture in your mind of what happened. And it's horrifying, but the subcontractors' employees are out there, and they had delivered metal fasteners that were going to be used in a big construction project. And they were held in 1,000-pound bins. And the workers then decided to take a break. And when they took a break, there was a whole bin up in the air, hoisted by a crane straight up in the air. And they decided, here's a good time to take a break. And better idea, we'll take the break right directly underneath this 1,000-pound bin of parts. And, you can imagine what happens next. The wind blows or whatever. The crane moves slightly. And the metal parts start toppling out of this bin way up in the crane. And they land on this guy. They hurt him. He gets hurt. But, just pummeled with these metal parts. And I just think it's impossible to think that people are going to take a break underneath, right, this giant bin of parts held up by a crane that could have some kind of malfunction. And it did. And he got hurt badly. So he's trying to sue the general contractor and say, you're liable for my injuries. Court says no. So, first rule, read your contracts, make sure they're 100% clear about who you are going to be liable for if you're a contractor or a sub. Also, have some safety measures on site to make certain that your employees don't do something silly, or they don't do something they don't realize that the crane has got those parts up there. They just took a break in the wrong spot. Have your brakes in a different spot, right? And make sure that people aren't, failing to take attention to what's going on. So a good case for general contractors, tough for the employee. He's going to recover, but just not from the general contractor, right? Or maybe he's going to recover, I don't know. So we'll see. It's back down to the trial court. I will keep you updated if I hear further on that case. Thank you and have a good day. Call us if you need us. Thank you.